Good evening, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing tonight? The 25th day of April 2025. Well, it is a great day all around. First of all, we're all here. We're all smiling. The Yankees are in first place. All the world is good. So, first of all, I want to give a shout out to everyone that already is in the chat. Thank you. Our co-host is waiting in the background. Just a few things before we get started with today's action. I had gotten a few people that have been asking me for a link to get in, that I would be able to get in touch with them. Eventually, they might be a guest on the show and voice your opinion. So if you see it in the chat, guys, it's joeyanks28 at AOL.com. That's leave me a note, leave me a number, make it very easy for me to get in touch with you. We'll have a chat and then we'll discuss things. Okay. So I want to be closer with you, the fans. So these are some of the steps that we're doing. And I really appreciate it for you guys to be out there enjoying content. And of course, press the like button, very important. Subscribe, tell all your friends and all. Thank you, by the way, for everybody that watched the wrestling show last night. It was a blast to do, and we got a lot of nice comments on it. And I'm really looking forward to getting that going with TJ, an amazing young man. So without further ado, we're going to get Ken up here from The Ugly Truth, who had a nice show today, a very nice show. And want to say hi and welcome to Friday night, baby.
Yep. Should be doing not bad. I had a headache for most of the day and took a little nap just a while ago, and I woke up feeling 100% better. So
you know, Ken, I think it's something with the weather because even today, just had my eyes were very, very tired, very shot. I went outside. The air quality is okay. I mean, it's warm, but it's like okay. So yeah, believe me, I know what you're talking about. Right now, the weather is so crazy. We go from here in New York anyway. We could have 75 and we go down to 33. So. With all of that. So, well, anyway, I'm a happy camper because getting into the Yankees lineup tonight, Ken, I'm very happy because of the changes. Thank God, happy days are here again. And although I would I'll make a comment in the end, but let's go right to the lineup. Trent Grisham, thank the Lord, happy days, is back in center field. Aaron Judge is in right field, of course, Mr. Gabadan. And Ben Rice will be our DH batting third. That's a little change. Paul G, my man at first base, cleanup at first. Bellinger in left field. He better get his guns going. And then we have Chaz Chisholm at second base. Maybe before the year's out, he'll give us another base hit. That would be nice. Anthony Volpe will be playing shortstop. And can you meet the ball? Bat meets ball. Listen, I don't mean to be too tough, but I'm sick and tired of swinging and missing. And in honor of you, Mr. Volpe, I made chicken palm today, so you better not let me down. Also, Austin Wells batting eighth and catching. The same thing goes with you. Chicken palm and eggplant palm, same thing. Get your buns, forget about that, and make believe it's a chicken palm and hit the ball over the fence. We like to see that. And Oswaldo Cabrera will be batting ninth and doing a good job at third. Hopefully that he knows the target to Paul G at first. And of course, Mr. Carrasco, Cookie Carrasco, who's 2-1. With a pretty big 6.5 ERA, but we can't say much, really that much bad with him. He has given us, he's kept us in most of the games. So Ken, I know I'm a little critical, but it's time to put up or shut up with some of these guys.
Well, last year we faced Barrios twice during the regular season. The first time we faced him, he shut us out. The second time we faced him, we scored an 8 spot on him, knocked him out of the game very early, and crushed the Blue Jays. So curious what Barrios we're going to see tonight. I know that he got hammered in his last outing, and his ERA is sitting in the ballpark area of 5 or so. So he is not lighting the world on fire with his pitching.
Right.
With regard to Cookie, we need to get a little bit of length out of him. We can't afford for him to be knocked out in the second or third inning because we'll burn down the bullpen for the rest of the series. And depending on how Schmidt does on Sunday, we're going to need those guys.
Right. No, I totally agree. But I think we had spoken about this in the morning. I really don't believe that a game's going to be played tomorrow. After the game and all night through and all through tomorrow is going to be some pretty heavy rain in the New York area. So I would think, put in the back of your mind, folks, that we may have a doubleheader on Sunday. So let's hope. But I from the latest report that I got, it doesn't look good to play tomorrow.
Well, we are. If that's being said, and we end up doing a double on Sunday, then the preserving the bullpen arms is even more important.
Oh yeah, definitely. What's up, Deb? How's everything? What up, Joe and Ken and everyone? How you doing? How you feeling today? Hope all is well with you. Thanks for tuning in, as always, being a loyal fan. I really appreciate it. So let's dissect the lineup a little bit. A little bit more protection for Aaron Judge, I believe, from what we've seen so far. Grissom, Judge, and Rice. Your opinion on that?
What part of Colorado there, Pasty?
Well, Rice has been making solid contact. Grisham has been making solid contact. With Judge sitting right in the middle of that trio, I think Grisham is going to see more fastballs, and that bodes well for him. And Rice is covering Judge, but we have Goldie hitting behind Rice. So Goldie has been on fire. He has 12 multi-hit games this season, which leads the major leagues. And honestly, they're not wanting to get Goldie up with runners in scoring position because he's definitely capable of driving them in with the contact that he's been making.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, you're right about that. Again, looking at the lineup, why not get a little gutsy, in my opinion? Move up Cabrera for now. What do you have to lose? I mean, Volpe's doing absolutely nothing when he's batting fifth. Now, what is he, sixth, whatever? Bring him down. There's no reason he's got to bat that high. Try him in the ninth position. You have nothing to lose. He can't get any worse. So you bring up Cabrera. It's a right-handed pitcher. I could see if it was a lefty. Okay, fine. But it's a righty. Let Cabrera do let him get some pitches. Let Volpe, don't put any pressure on the guy. Let him bat ninth at this point. Get the confidence back. Get your hitting. He just needs a two-hit game, a clutch hit, maybe even a bloop hit. But bring him down. You batted him ninth. Now just because he's not a rookie, who cares? Bat him ninth and let's see what he can do.
Well, they made lineup adjustments. We've been asking for it for a couple of weeks now. So let's see what we got with them.
Yeah, shout out to John the Beagle Dad and Real Bill. How you doing, man? How's it going? Thanks for joining us. We talked about the lineup. I know you guys just came on. I want to let you guys know I do have my a way to get in touch with me, guys, for a possibility of coming on the show with me at some point. It's Joe. My link is joeyanks28 at AOL.com. Some of you have asked for it. I gave it before, and they told me they misplaced it or whatever. Please keep it close. I would really appreciate it. I don't give this out like crazy. It's very secret. I appreciate it. And I trust everybody here because we're like family. So, and leave me a number, make it easy for me to get in touch with you. I'm not too much liking going back and forth on the emails. Let's talk, in person, one-on-one, just like what, we'd be doing over here. So I just wanted to mention again, I did that because fans have been asking me to do it, and that's what I'm doing. So I appreciate that. While we're talking about the game, how about everybody give us an idea what you think's how long you think Kooky Carrasco is going to pitch tonight? Who's going to be the star of the game? Are the Yankees going to win? Put that all into the comments while we dissect a few other things here. So, Ken, as far as the series goes, do you see if everything is in order? Do you see the Yankees winning this series since they just lost their last series?
The Yankees are beating up on teams that are under 500. The Blue Jays have been doing very badly against teams over 500, and their road record is 4-8, I want to say. So they're not good on the road. They're not good on teams that are over 500. So those things bode well for us. I think without a doubt, we take 2 out of 3, but I would love to see a sweep in this series. I bring the brooms out.
Yes. But the problem is Toronto's lost quite a few in a row. They haven't looked good, and Guerrero's not going to be down for much longer. They're getting a lot from Springer, and Bichette is always a pain. And Kirk, you can put him. You might as well go. If you don't bet it, you do only one bet. You can bet one thing, that Kirk is going to get a hit in each and every one of these series. He looks terrible the other side of town. He couldn't hit the Mets with a 10-foot pole, but he sure kills Yankee pitching. So look for that. That's one thing that's almost definite. Kirk getting a hit against the Yankees. He could either rock the game. It could be not just a regular single, but he's going to give us trouble. No question in my mind. That's
we got a
thing to look forward to.
We got a prediction from John the Beagle Dad. Thinks 5 innings pitched with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts on tonight's game. And if we got that, I would be ecstatic.
John, do we win the game? I'd be ecstatic too. I definitely. Well, with the day off, I think the bullpen will be in good shape. But by saying that, though, he's got to go at least 4 or 5 innings.
Here's a baseball note for you that pissed me off today. Yoendris Gomez, the former reliever that we DFA'd, which I think was BS, got picked up by the freaking Dodgers.
Of course. I think they just sit in front of the computers and, this guy's available. Let's get him.
He was a quality bullpen arm. He did a fantastic job for us in spring. He did a great job during the regular season. I mean, he pitched 3 innings after the last crappy outing by our starter. He saved the bullpen, and his reward was getting kicked off the team. You shouldn't lose your job when you're doing your job well.
Correct. Oh, I know. I agree. They might have picked, the Dodgers gave us crummy relief pitchers last year, and we give them good relievers, so you figure it out. Real Bill says we need to stay out of the bullpen as long as possible. Well, I agree, but it also sounds like maybe you're afraid of the bullpen or you're afraid of obviously the starting pitching. I believe Carrasco will be okay. the only real threat I see, against Carrasco tonight is Guerrero. Maybe Springer, but I think he can hold that lineup down. I really do. I mean, again, could be wrong. He could come out strong. He could come out weak. We'll know. You'll know in the first 10 pitches what we're going to get out of Carrasco tonight. That's a given, without a doubt. And I like the fact that the Yankees are home. I know it's for only 3 games, and then they go back on the road, and then they come back. Whoever makes the schedule up, Ken, I mean, really, you got to wonder. I mean, some of this stuff is, you can't make up. You're on basically a long road trip. You come home for 3 games, and you go right back on the road to tough games too.
Well, next month in our schedule, we have 2 West Coast trips.
Yeah. Well, that always happens in May. That's a given. May is West Coast month for them, always.
For today's lineup for the Jays,
yes, go ahead.
they don't have a lot of at bats against Carrasco historically. You were mentioning Springer earlier. He's had 22 at bats against Carrasco, and he is hitting .227.
Okay.
Has 1 RBI and no dingers. So I think if Carrasco can stay out of the middle of the freaking plate, he will be successful.
Has Kirk faced him?
Nope.
Kirk has
no at bats against Carrasco.
What about Guerrero Jr.?
Guerrero Jr. has faced him 6 times. He has 1 homer and is hitting .333.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Okay. Well, the bottom of the lineup does not scare me. I mean, whatever. But Clement could be a little problem. He usually plays well against the Yankees. This is a pain in the neck lineup for the Yankees. There's no question about it. They do usually explode in one of the games. So the Yankees just have to be ready. But I think that day off really helped us. It might have settled down. I know somebody like Volpe, all he did was just, practice, which he should. He practicing the swing, looking at videos, seeing what's going on. I'm disappointed in our our batting coach, which I know you are, Ken. It might be time for a change. The problem with the Yankees is, and I understand that they're very, very, very loyal, very loyal. I mean, you literally have to pull teeth out for them to get rid of someone. Who knows? Maybe, I tell you the truth. I like Sean Casey the little time that he was here. He has energy. He was great at the at-bats. I thought that was a very nice move. I miss him. I was hoping, because he gave the rah-rah to the team when it really needed it the most.
Well, Casey, when he was a major leaguer, especially there in Cincinnati, was a professional hitter.
Yes.
Same types of approaches that Paul G has in his games. Fantastic hitter with some pop. Now, if you're counting on him getting some movement on the bases, that wasn't going to happen. But
no.
Definitely a solid hitter through and through.
There are a couple of good comments here. John the Beagle Dad says the schedule maker has it out for the Yankees. Well, I would. Well, you know what though, John, think about it. At least we didn't have to go to Japan. We don't have to go to Paris, or we don't have to go to London. I like that. I don't like when the Yankees have to go to these foreign places. So better, at least we could say we don't have to worry about that. The only thing that really bothers me right now is I do not like the World Baseball Classic during spring training. That scares the heck out of me. I mean, what more evidence can you get with Edwin Diaz getting hurt? When I think it was his brother jumping down and he fell right on top of him. So that's that. Those are my concerns. But as far as the schedule goes, we really should stay away from the East Coast and try to do a West Coast stream in April or some part of April because the weather is just ridiculous. I mean, come on, the Yankees played what 10 straight games with the temperature under 30, under 40, 35 degrees. It's ridiculous. And these other teams, they're indoors, they're in Florida, they're in California, and we get stuck with the junk that's out there. And it would be nice for a little change once in a while. I don't know how you feel about that because I know a lot of fans want to see the Yankees way in the beginning and all of that, but you can't have it. You can't have it both ways. Either you enjoy the Yankees and freezing cold, or you enjoy the Yankees, but they're like let's say in the West Coast. How do you feel about that, Ken?
Well, last year we started in Houston. Then we went into Arizona. So we played warm weather games up front, and that really served us well. This year we started playing in our house when it's cold. We were in Pittsburgh when it was cold. We were in Detroit when it was ridiculously cold. And I think that's some of the reasons that we had such an erratic start for the ball club this season. I think as the weather warms up, we'll be fine. But it would be nice to knock one of those West Coast trips out earlier in the season as opposed to when we're heading into the heart. Actually, our entire schedule for the month of May is pretty solid, and it doesn't get any easier coming back in June.
Well, it's funny. We're all saying that the National League is a lot stronger and everything, but I got news for you. These American League clubs, they're tough. They're not pansies here. They are good, and it looks like the American League is holding their own as far as they're playing a lot better. The A's are kind of exciting. The Angels are not doing bad at all. So there are even the White Sox have put on a pretty decent performance for what they have. They and their big slugger is not hitting well. So so there's a lot of things going on. I do want to make note to everyone after the game. We will come on immediately following. It'll be myself, Ken, and looks like we're going to have NFE from the strike zone. He will probably come on, so look for that, everyone. So it's always good to talk to him, especially after he calls a game and would give his insight of what was going on in the game. So just want to let you know, usually a couple of minutes after the game, guys, but we will have a nice panel to discuss the post game with everyone a little bit later on. Hopefully, it's a fast game. We get it over with. We win the game, and we hope and pray we get to play tomorrow. So look again. What are we looking for tonight? We're looking for the guys, some of the guys, at least one of them to break out. You can't have five guys hitting under 200. You can't have five guys just striking out, ground it out, pop it up. Let's get a little innovative. Let's punt. Let's try to hit and run. You got a right-handed pitcher, do it. You get on first base, all right, I can understand if Judge is there, fine. Anybody else, I don't care who it is, just run. Do something. Pick up the pace of the game. It can't hurt. You get thrown out, okay, you get thrown out. Just be smart.
Then you'll have Joe sitting there screaming in the post game, "Why did you run? Why did you get thrown out?"
Ay. Now, what was that, for the last game?
No, tonight, for tonight's game. If they
you're talking
if they
about
run
me.
and get if they get run and gunned, then
but if you notice, I did say don't run with Judge because he in one swing it could be 2 runs. But everybody else, go out there, have some
All right.
fun.
All right, Real Bill. Appreciate you supporting the stream, and get your phone charged, and we will see you afterwards. And definitely, as I always say, let's go Yankees.
Yeah, thank you, Real Bill. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And we all follow each other around to different podcasts, which is nice. Join us tonight, though, after the game, and we'll have some good insight on the game. So thank you again very, very much. We really appreciate it. So, getting back to the game, listen, something's got to change. I mean, and you know what? I'm complaining the most, but they are 2 games up. I mean, it could be a lot worse. They could be playing like this. If I were to tell you we had 5 guys in the lineup hitting under 200, our pitching staff is in disarray. Let's see what else. The guy's not hitting or anything, and we're in first place by 2 games. You would have said, "I'll sign up for that right now. Where's the pen?" And that I would. But sooner or later, karma comes back. They got to do something. They have to. It's just inevitable. And you can't think that Aaron Judge is going to get 3 hits every game. It's just not going to happen. We would love it to happen, but it's not. There might be some updates tonight on Giancarlo Stanton. I do know that in Somerset, LeMahieu is not in the lineup, but that's the way the Yankees usually do it. They play him 1 game, they sit him, they play him, they sit him. I think on the weekend they're saying he's going to play 2 games in a row. I don't think it's going to be that much longer. And Ken, I don't know if you agree with me, but unless Oswaldo Peraza has a miracle, I think either they're going to trade him or they're going to release him.
Well, the rumor on the streets is they've been shopping Oswald for probably the better part of 2.5 weeks. Nothing is truly developed. I would not really particularly care for that move, being that Peraza is the best defensive glove in our organization. Honestly, I haven't been overly impressed with Pablo Reyes, and wouldn't have any heartburn about seeing him off the roster. However, he's contributed too. So,
well, what's good about him is that he can play any place, and it's too bad that Pereira in AAA is not really doing too much. It looks like he sizzled. I don't know if it's the injury, but he seemed like he was going to be a very nice fit. And I think that time that he came up, 2 years ago, it really set him down. It really, really set him backwards. And I don't think he's ever recovered from it. And it's disheartening. Today they also announced their third baseman, Max Burt, on AAA has been demoted to AA, and that's never a good thing. You always want to go from single A to AA to AAA. You never want to go backwards. You never want to go, I know he was having problems. And folks, if you understand why we're saying that, you could also take a look at at all those minor league games on MLB.tv if you have a subscription, or you can order it, or you can listen to the games. And sometimes they pop up on Yes or SNY on the Met channel. You might see the Yankee AA against the Met, or the Yankee AAAs against the Mets. So that's how you find out. If you're a Yankee fan, true and true, you should see everybody that may be, and like this, you'll be in a conversation, say, well, wait a minute. If you say we don't have this guy to give, well, what about this guy in AA? Look at his stats. And so it's very important, if you're a big Yankee fan and you're Mr. Know-It-All, that's what you need. That is very important to do. And I think you'll find it a lot of fun. It takes time, and it's great conversation. Ken?
Indeed. That's where we're building our team from, is out of the farm system. So it's important to keep track of who we have down on the farm. I mean, there are more players than Arias, Lombard Jr., and Spencer Jones. So
No, he hit
eventually,
another dinger to the opposite field, and he's cutting down on the strikeouts. He's got a few strikeouts, but he is cutting down. I'm telling you that if Bellinger keeps slumping and slumping, I think it's going to be earlier before September call up for Mr. Jones. Just to give it a why not? Why not? The other teams do it. Why can't we? Because we're the New York Yankees. Come on, let him try it. Let him see what it is, the major leagues. Let him experience it. Put him in the outfield for a couple of innings. It's not a bad thing.
well, the Yankees are on the philosophy of preserving as much time as they can with these guys in pre-arb years and arb years. Once you hit that 130 at-bat level in the majors, you are no longer a prospect. You have moved into rookie status in your first year of pre-arb.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that Jones stays down on the farm, and honestly, Jones was a collegiate pitcher who ended up getting hurt. He doesn't have a lot of time as a fielder, outfielder, and some people had thought that he might come in to be our future first baseman. I know that the Yankees bought him a first base club, but that dude hasn't touched first base since he's gotten it. And that was over a year ago. So I don't think that they're really relying on him being a corner infielder and are looking for him to show in the outfield. Right now he's at the AA level, and they're working to see him cut down his strikeouts, be a more consistent hitter, not only the long ball. I wish that the media and the fans would stop all this crap with the left-handed judge, because that puts tremendous pressure and ridiculous fan expectations on this guy, like we've done with Jason Dominguez over the last 3 years.
True. There is a little bit of breaking news, not concerning the Yankees, but it does concern the Mets. Joel Sherman is reporting that the Mets have just re-signed Brooks Riley to a 1-year contract pending a physical. If he passes the physical, he's definitely going in that bullpen. No question about it. When he's healthy, he's a very good left-handed, dependable pitcher. So that's a very good move. Plus, the Mets sent down Beatty yesterday for Jeff McNeil, and they also their catcher Alvarez is back, and he's in that lineup tonight. And Beatty's first 3 at bats today was a home run, a single, and a double in the minor leagues. So the Mets are going to have to make they're going to look loud and clear on that. So so it was nice. Thanks to Joe Sherman. I know it's not a sexy move, but it is a move that I think is a very good move for the Met bullpen. Not that they need more pitching. The way they're going, it's incredible with the staff they have. You look at that staff and you scratch your head, say, how the heck are they doing it? But they're doing it. One game, it's one on the other. So, and I think the Yankees for what they have, and with the injuries and everything, I think they're holding their own. What is the starting pitching is what? What is their ERA? It's around 3.5 or 4. Well, I know Max. I'm sorry, Max Fried is 3.5.
Actually, Max Fried is 1.42.
Okay,
Carlos
so then
Rodon
I think was it 3.
Rodon is just dropped his ERA to 3.5.
Good.
Carrasco, Schmidt, and Warren, they tend to be a little higher. I know our team ERA has been dropping over the last 3 series. We're not giving up as many runs. I know that our pitchers lead the league in batting average against, because the teams going up against the Yankees are only hitting 200.
We have a suspension in baseball today. Tommy Pham has received at least a 1-game suspension for improperly his actions towards the fans when the fans went to just touch him, I guess say hello, when the ball was near the stands, and he was just suspended for 1 game. That coming out of MLB as we speak. So there are some things going on. Be nice to see. Well, the Yankee news that we want to see is a win. As long as we get that W, we made big news, and then we can go from there. I also wanted to touch base before we, let's go around let's just look at the league tonight. What are the games looking like? Well, there's some games going on now, guys. The Philadelphia Phillies and the Cubs, mid-7th, the Cubs are leading 3-0. The Mets and the Nationals are in the top of the 1st, no score. Of course, we have the Yankees and the Blue Jays, the Twins and the Angels coming up. You have the Astros against the Royals, Milwaukee Brewers against the Cardinals, Reds and Rockies, Tampa Bay and San Diego, Miami Marlins, Seattle Mariners, Atlanta Braves, Arizona Diamondbacks, the White Sox A's, Pirates Dodgers, Texas Giants, and postponed the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers, and the Boston Red Sox and the Guardians, both postponed. No further information on that at this point. So the Yankees either will gain a half a game tonight, guys, or they'll lose a half a game. So it's not too bad, and hopefully it'll be up by a half a game. We figure those 2 teams will probably play a doubleheader between tomorrow and Sunday. So based on, just to go on, we're getting close to game time, everyone. So predictions, Ken, pitching-wise, and the score.
I think that the Yankees take the game 6-3 tonight. I think that the Carrasco is going to give us 4 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he'll give up a couple of runs.
And who's your star of the game as far as hitting?
Your favorite, Anthony Volpe, breaks out, and he is the star of tonight's game.
Whoa, you heard it here, folks, guys. Oh my God, I won't hear if he's the star, I won't hear the end of and due respect, I should get it, but if he doesn't do anything, Ken, get ready to take your lumps. I'm just kidding.
Nothing but a thing.
Carrasco, I say 5 innings, 5 solid innings, 5 good innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. I think he's going to be okay. The hitting star of the game today, I believe, is going to be Ben Rice. Ben Rice is going to go yard, and hopefully either Judge or the other chicken palm man, Austin Wells. I do see 2 hits for Mr. Bellinger. So let's see how that all works out. Everyone, you have about 5-10 minutes to get your meals together and get ready for the game. So we're gonna head out of here, guys. We will see you immediately following the game. Hopefully, we're all happy with a happy recap, and enjoy the game. Have fun, everyone, and let's go Yankees. Ken, final word.
Let's go Yankees.
There it is. Have a great night, everyone. We will talk to you right after the game. Good night.